Hello there, Ray here, and today I'm going to explain pretty quickly how my center of mass ballistic rig for 3ds Max works. This rig was inspired a lot by Cascadeur and tries to capture a lot of the functionality that Cascadeur has without me having to switch between softwares because I do all my own modeling and skinning and texturing and whatnot. So, I'll show this rig, and actually this rig has a lot of crossover from like how the rig works to how the game free run AR and free run PC works. So we'll start, as you can see, we have this guy, and he's doing a series of poses, right? And these are the poses that you would do, in my opinion, if you were to jump in the air and do a twisting flip. So we'll animate that twisting flip real quick. So we'll go to the end, and we'll say, all right, let's rotate him 720 degrees, right? Doesn't really matter how many degrees you rotate him because that's his most stable axis. And now, as you can see, he's rotating physically correctly because the center of mass in the middle is actually the, origin point of his hierarchy. So furthermore, we can take one of our rotation gimbal helpers on top of the 720 and then just do a 360 backwards, and then boom, now we've got him doing a good looking double back full, right? But that's not the only way that we can animate this trick, which is pretty cool. So let's say we wanted him to do a cork. Well, we can do a little bit less backwards rotation and then a little bit of sideways rotation, and we're almost there, but he ends up facing the wrong way, so we can just rotate that around, and now he does a cork and goes perfectly sideways like he should. And so that's a lot of different rotations, pretty much every one, 360 hard flips, 360 flips, or rotations of the body, corks, gainers, whatever, can be created using this gimbal really easily and quickly and procedurally, non-destructively. So as you can see, Cascadeur, does this all by itself, like without having to show any of these helpers and stuff like that. It's very much more user friendly, but it's really the physics concepts behind it that make it what it is and that are the most important for the end user experience or the like overall appearance of the thing in my book. So I'll show a couple other features of the rig. One other feature of the rig is, let's say that we want him to change his poses, right? So in this frame, we want him to be tucked, right? And then in this frame, we want him to be rodeoed, right? Right. And now, if we look at this, just the animation, you'll notice he's kind of doing weird stuff where he like jumps all over the place, and it doesn't look right as a trick anymore. Now, normally this is something that, an animator would have to go in and polish by eye until it looked right. But with this rig, now, fixing this center of mass trajectory is a one-click process. So I'll click the comma line button, and now when I go back over it, as you can see, he does his flip properly, and his center of mass stays aligned to the trajectory that we desire, making it look super cool every time. And this is something that just had, there wasn't, I just had to have it basically in 3ds Max. It's really the basis behind games that have good like rotations and flip systems, like the SSX games, Shredders, and whatnot. And so, in order to get this process for the game, there's another feature that I have a video of me doing in Cascadeur's beta that I had to implement here, and that is to zero it. And so now, when we export this animation, the character is basically the origin of the whole animation is also the center of mass of the character on every frame. And so, yeah, this is definitely all stuff that I would not have had to write plugins for if I was currently using Cascadeur, but I'm glad to have created the functionality, and using Cascadeur is really what helped cement these concepts and like teach me about like how physics works, and like, you know, you can see it, you know, right there, and then you it goes into your brain. It kind of like it's imparted the wisdom into you of like how a flip is supposed to look, and you can animate the flip how you think it's supposed to look, and it will correct it. And so, having done that and been a closed beta tester, really helped me out a lot. Learning about the physics of, you know, how to like make good looking, physically correct 3D animations. And so I am eternally grateful to Nekki and Vector the game, which inspired me as a kid, and Cascadeur in general. So thank you guys, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.